Hey guys, and welcome to my ultimate summoning guide for 1 to 99, 120 or even 200 million experience. I will be covering 1 to 99 first, and then I'll cover 120 and 200 mil in a separate section. There are timestamps in the description below if you want to skip the methods to 99 and get straight to the 120 or 200 million experience guide. I have a few monsters as examples on screen if you are unsure on how to get gold charms. Now gold charms are cheap, but they aren't fast experience, so you can do them to 99 only, but they will be pretty slow, but they are cheap GP per XP. A few monsters that you can get gold charms on quickly are giant rock crabs, hellhounds, fire giants, Ferrari, which does require 81 slayer, ice giants and infernal mages that do require 45 slayer. If you're unsure on how to get green charms, there are again monsters on screen: metal dragons, cave bugs, living rock cavern strikers, blue dragons, jellies and turoffs, and training in the abyss gets you green charms fast. Do note however that green charms are expensive and they aren't the best experience in the game. They are in fact only mediocre experience, and the price is quite high to train with green charms, so I only recommend training with them at a lower level. Now out of all the charms in the game, the Crimson charms are definitely the best to use, as they're a good experience for a decent pricing point. You can get them easily from water fiends, gladi, black demons, rock lobsters, cockroaches and dagonoths. I do have an AFK guide for dagonoths on my channel, which I'll link in the card section and the description below, as you can get 350 to even 500 Crimson charms an hour here, pretty AFK depending if you use aggression potions or if you use a cannon or not. As for blue charms, they are the best experience in the game, but they are usually also expensive and they are hard to come by. What do I mean with that? You can most of the time only get a few from a monster, or they aren't that easy to farm, and you usually get them as drops from bosses like Glacors, Corporal Beast, and some slayer monsters like Ripper Demons, Tormented Demons, which do require a lot of quests, I must note that. So the best place to get blue charms in my opinion is by farming Exiled Calphites in the Exiled Calphite Cave. But yeah, blues are hard to come by, but if you have a lot of them, you'll probably save them up from like Slayer. You can get super fast summoning experience. Another cheeky way to get charms, even if you're a skiller or something, is fire spirits. Now they spawn randomly while fire making, and they have a chance to give you a few charms, and if you're using better logs like magic logs or elder logs, you're obviously going to get more as a reward. Now, I wouldn't recommend getting all your charms through fire spirits, as it's going to take you thousands of hours, but it's a nice bonus while doing some fire making, and I decided to include it in this guide. But how do you collect these charms? Well, that's where the Charming Imp comes in. Now this thing, or this item, is a godsend. Like, the Charming Imp, without the Charming Imp, it's going to suck to get 99 summoning. You can hear the joy in my voice just because it's hilarious if you try to do it without it. Now it costs 100,000 Dungeoneering tokens, which might seem like a lot to a lower Dungeoneering player, but once you get the higher level, sinkholes can easily get you tokens, or you can just rush through dungeons and get your tokens pretty fast. Now it picks up every charm that you could ever want in your life, and it can crush charms like the Abyssal charms or some other charms that you do not need, like for example, the Abyss charm, like I said, while training the Abyss to get some extra summoning experience, and I'd recommend you crush the golds and greens as well if you're high level in summoning, because you do not require them for good training. And you'll get some juicy extra experience as well. Honestly, the Charming Imp is essential if you're going for 99 summoning or beyond. Now on the topic of collecting charms, the familiarization weekly D&D can help you out quite a bit. Now you can do this weekly D&D once a week, and it triples your charms for 40-ish minutes depending on how well you did the little minigame thing. Now each shard that you collect in the D&D is worth 40 seconds of triple charms, and you can collect quite a few depending on how fast you are. Now if you're unsure on how to do this D&D, just look up a simple YouTube guide and you should be good to go. Now another useful thing during summoning training are spirit gems, as they can save you charms. You obtain spirit gems from gem rocks. I actually in fact have a loot video from 1000 gem rocks showing how good they are, and you obtain quite some spirit gems from those. Oysters in the aquarium, and every single monster in the game that drops charms has a chance to drop a spirit gem. And you can also win them from Treasure Hunter from time to time. Now all you really need to know is on screen now. The spirit gems have a certain % chance to save a charm, and it depends on which one you have, Onyx being the best and Sapphire being the worst. Now you can forge them or combine them into a better gem. Now I only recommend doing this if you have a huge, and I mean huge amount of them, because it's kind of not worth it if you only have a few. If you only have a few, let's say the sapphire, I recommend you combine them into a sapphire which has more charges. And let's say you have 10 sapphires and they each have 10 charges. You have one combined sapphire with 100 charges, and the chance is 10%. So you have 100 charms in that spirit gem, and it's going to take you 10 times your amount of charges. So 1000 charms before you have saved 100 charms and it's depleted. So those are the basics, and that's how you calculate how many charms you're going to save and how long it's going to take before you've saved all those charms and used up your spirit gems. Now, a useful item to use while training summoning is the shaman or shaman outfit. It gives you 1% bonus experience per piece in summoning and 1% additional if you have the entire set, adding up to a total of 6% bonus experience for the entire set. Now, this outfit can be won from Treasure Hunter, or it can be obtained from the previously covered familiarization minigame or weekly D&D. Now, if you have the standard shaman's headdress, you can make it even better with the add-on item. This item can be won from Treasure Hunter or obtained from familiarization. It lets you receive daily spirit shards depending on how many pieces you have of the outfit, and the most important thing, it gives you a 5% chance of saving charms. Now this is massive. It can save you thousands and thousands of charms in the long run if you're going for 120 or even 200 million experience. So this is very useful. Now if you're going to train beyond 99, the Skill Cape of Summoning has a very nice Skill Cape perk. It provides you a chance to save charms, and that chance is 5%. This stacks with spirit gems and the modded headdress. And again, in the long run, this is going to save you thousands of charms. We will now be getting into the training methods from levels 1 to 99. So from levels 1 to 4, you want to do the Wolf Whistle quest. It gives you 1 quest point, 276 summoning experience in a lamp, 275 gold charms, so a nice stack for the start of your training, and 2 treasure hunter keys. You can start this quest by speaking to Pickup Sticks in Taverley. Now the best, and I mean the best way to train summoning is by doing it by selling noted items to the store and buying them back. I'll show you how it's done on screen, but the reason this is so good is because it only costs like 10 or 50 GP at most to buy back one of your items. So in the end, it's going to cost you a few mil if you're doing 120 and even less if you're doing 99 in terms of coins. And it's just going to make your training so much faster. So what you do is sell noted items to the shop, and then you buy them back, make pouches, and then Double Experience Weekend, you put them in the portable bank box in a highly populated world, because that's going to save you so much money. If you're doing this off Double Experience Weekend, or there's no double or portable bank box for some reason, you want to make them into scrolls, but that's going to be very pricey, and that will add up to the cost. If you do not do this, however, and put them in the portable bank box, you can just swap them back for shards in the end of your training for 99 or 120, and it's going to save you so much money, and it's going to save you a huge amount of time. I believe it's like 10 times faster than training normally by running. Now the only drawback of this is at lower levels you'll have to switch your types of pouches more often, so I do not recommend doing this and just running manually. After level 40 or 50 or so, I do recommend you do this, as it's going to save you so much time. Let's move on to the training methods now, shall we? Levels 4 to 16, you want to be making Dreadfile pouches. They give you 9.3 experience per pouch. You have to make 266 pouches. They require a gold charm, a raw chicken, and 8 spirit shards. From levels 16 to 28, you want to be making Granite Crab pouches. They give you 21.6 experience per pouch, and you have to make 375 of them for level 28. They require gold charms, a iron ore, and 7 spirit shards per pouch. Levels 28 to 33, you're going to be making compost mount pouches with the green charms. They give you 49.8 experience per pouch, and you have to make 150 for 33. They require green charms, compost, and 47 spirit shards per pouch. Levels 33 to 41, you're going to be making beaver pouches. They give you 57.6 experience per pouch. You have to make 467 pouches for level 41, and they require a willow log, green charm, and 72 spirit shards per pouch. From levels 41 to 47, you're going to be making Macau pouches. They give you 72.4 experience per pouch, and you have to make almost 500 for level 47. They require green charms, a clean guam, and 78 spirit shards per pouch. The cheap way of getting from levels 47 to 52 are the Bill Ant pouches. They give you 52.8 experience per pouch, and you have to make 920 for level 52. They require gold charms, marigolds, and 11 spirit shards per pouch. The alternative with Crimson Charms is much faster. You're going to be making Pyrelord pouches, which will give you 202.4 experience per pouch, and you only have to make 243 of them. They require a Crimson Charm, a Tinderbox, and 111 Spirit Shards. Levels 52 to 61, you're going to be making Spirit Terror Bird pouches. They give you 68.4 experience per pouch, and you have to make 2,613 of them. They require gold charms, raw bird meat, and 12 spirit shards. And yes, I know that's a lot of pouches and they aren't that good experience, but they're very cheap at the moment. And you really want to be saving your other charms, trust me. Level 61 all the way up to 74, you're going to be making Smoke Devil pouches. They give you 268 experience per pouch, and you have to make almost 3,000 of them. They require Crimson Charms, Goat Horn Dust, and 141 Spirit Shards. Now this is where it gets interesting. You can level 74 to 79 or to 85, depending on what you're going to be training on next. Granite Lobsters are great experience. They give you 325.6 experience per pouch. You have to make 2,158 if you're going for 79, and 6,644 if you're going for 85. They require Crimson Charm, any type of granite, and 166 Spirit Shards. Level 79 to 89 or 96, you're going to be making Fire Titan pouches. They give a whopping 695.2 experience per pouch, and you have to make 4,840 or 11,356 depending on what level you're going for. And you require a Blue Charm, Fire Talisman, and 198 Spirit Shards to create a pouch. Levels 85 to 96, you can make Swamp Titan pouches with Crimson Charms. They give you 373.6 experience per pouch, and you have to make 17,682 for level 96. They require a Crimson Charm, like said before, a Swamp Lizard, and 150 Spirit Shards per pouch. You can alternatively do these to level 89 if you wish to unlock Geyser Titans. Did someone say Geyser Titans? From levels 89 to 96 or 99, you can make Geyser Titan pouches. They give a whopping 783.2 experience per pouch, and you have to make 6,184 for level 96 and 10,462 for level 99. They require a Blue Charm, Water Talisman, and 222 Spirit Shards. Now these pouches are very expensive, but if you do them double experience weekend, they're definitely worth the money. It's going to cost you around 100 mil for 99 or even less, I think, on double experience weekend, which isn't too bad, and that's if you don't even trade the pouches back in. Now these can get you upwards of 12 million experience per hour if you're doing it on the Tavali method on double experience weekend, which is amazing, and 99 will take you less than an hour. I'm not even kidding. A great way to get to 99 with Crimson Charms are the Pack-Yak pouches from level 96 on. They give you 422.4 experience per pouch, and you have to make 7,931 of them for 99. They require a Crimson Charm, a Yak Hide, and 211 Spirit Shards. This is the part in the video where I get on the methods and the calculations on how to get 120 or 200 mil summoning. So, I made a spreadsheet covering everything you need to know, and everything is calculated for 120 and 200 mil summoning. The download link is in the description below. No ad fly crap or whatever. It's just a pure mirrored download link. I will briefly go over the spreadsheet. If you do not want to sit through this, then download the spreadsheet and click off the video. Now I'm going to show you a little video here with me live commentating over it on how the spreadsheet works and what it looks like. So here's the little color code thing. So this is what you fill in yourself, the green things. All the blue things you don't want to be touching because there's formulas in there as seen here and stuff like that. I did lock them. I don't know if you download them here and it stays like that in Microsoft Excel, but I made this in Google Spreadsheets. So let's just take this as an example. We have 50 million summoning experience. If you're not interested in sitting through this, by the way, just click off the video, download the file, and get going, So, this calculates how much experience we have left to 120 and to 200 mil, which is nice. Let's go into the next section, the charms. Let's say we have, why is there letters here? Wow, okay, it should be 0, that's strange. So let's say we have 15,000 Crimson Charms, and ignore the rest. The Spirit Gems are here too. This adds up into the extra charms you have in Spirit Gems. So let's say we have a emerald, we have 2 emeralds, 40 are charms, because they save 20 charms per piece. And down here, there's the methods. So pack hack method, blah, 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 all to 120, all to 200 mil. And they calculate everything you need. So this is how much experience you have need for 120. And it's divided by the pouch experience. And also for double experience, that's divided as well. And I'd recommend trading 120 and 200 mil only on double experience weekend because it's pricey and much slower if you do it without double experience weekend. And it's going to cost you so much more. So there's the little column with the crimson charms you require, which are how many pouches you have to make, how many you still need. This is the charms you require minus how many you have. Sorry if there's a lot of umming, by the way. If you're using the 99 cape, which saves 9% or 5%, I mean, that's the amount you require then. This could be another column for the spirit headdress or the modified headdress. But yeah, I didn't do that because some people might not have it. And if you're going for 120, you definitely have the 99 cape. So this is amount needed minus the extra charms you have in spirit gems. Do keep in mind if you have a huge amount of spirit sapphires, for example, you might never use them up all the way to 120, but most of the time you will. So that's why I put them here. So pretty much, let's say, just fill in a few, you know. It's going to be charms in spirit gems, pretty much. Okay, let's put that back to 0. Same goes for this. Now, this is what I did here. GP per XP, this is from the wiki, by the way. And then the GP per XP and double experience, it's obviously halved. This is the approximate cost for the 120, which is not accurate, by the way. Like I said here, it's estimated, which is pretty much the XP times the GP per XP. But ignore that for a second. And the shards required. And you can update this yourself with the links. And this estimate blah 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 blah, little summoning thing there. And here's the cost for 120 or 200 mil. So you have to fill in the pouch price here yourself if you wish. So this is how many pouches you need to make, the pouch shards, how many shards is going to require you, the 70% return. If you do it with the Bog Rogue or Lord Emerald NPC, which is a summoning shop in Perif, you can get back your shards, which can be more money saving than selling the pouches or keeping them, you know, whatever. Then we have the total shard return and cost all shards, money save returning, blah blah blah. And at the end, it's not going to cost that much. You see, 101 mil, 101 mil for 120 in terms of shards. That's not that expensive, right? That's, you know, the shards price. So as for the yak hides and stuff, the prices change all the time. So I'm not going to put it on here. As you know, you have to update the price, but this is the price in shards. The pouch you have to create, you know, if you want to know how much you have to pay in terms of the supply for, let's say, the water talismans for the Geyser Titans, just do this times the water talisman price, which should be like 10k or something, and then you have the money it's going to require there. So in terms of shards, that's not too bad, right? Same goes for 200 mil, all here, and if you, let's say, a pouch is 2k, this is how much you save by selling the pouches. That's an example. You can just fill that in for yourself. So this went a little over the top, I think, in terms of time for this guide. But yeah, the download link is in the description below. Anyways, that was the guide. I hope you guys enjoyed and found it helpful. And good luck on your summoning games in Double Experience Weekend or outside of Double Experience Weekend. If you have any questions regarding summoning, just drop them down below. And I'll catch you guys later. Peace.